You know, I think anytime I get into an RPG and I see a character creation process that is as deep as what I'm seeing from the Starfield Direct presentations, it lets me know that I'm going to be able to spend potentially a few hours during that initial character creation process, but in the lead up time, this pre launch time that we find ourselves in, it also means there's plenty of time to be theory crafting about what exactly I'm going to want to play once this game actually comes out for real. And we've talked a little bit about the character creation process, what we know so far based on Starfield Direct, a couple of previous episodes. But today we're going to be diving into the traits, which are, I guess the way you can think about them are kind of like the pros and cons system that not all games have. It goes in hand with the skill point system, but whereas the skills are things that are like leveled up over time through use, as far as I understand it, the traits themselves are just something you pick during the character creation process, and it's kind of like an additional background. But we're going to dive into what those are, or at least the ones that we know so far, as we lead up to the launch of Starfield this fall. Now, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I would say hopefully you like it and you'll stick around for more. Like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. There'll be a commercial in the middle if you want to support the channel, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and dive in to traits as part of the character creation process for Starfield. There are a lot of traits in the game. Here's the full list of the 16 traits we currently know about. We got Alien DNA, Dream Home, which was originally called Starter Home, Empath, Extrovert, Freestar Collective Settler, Hero Worshipped, originally the Unwanted Hero, Introvert, Kid Stuff, Neon Street Rat, Raised Enlightened, Raised Universal, Serpent's Embrace, Spaced, Taskmaster, Terra Firma, United Colonies Native, and Wanted. And they did show during the Starfield Direct a couple of these kind of in play, where we had if you're the hero worshipped, the blonde-haired guy who stalked you in, in other games. He's here. You can be hero worship. The kid stuff one was also, I think that was the one where you have a mother and father and you can visit them on ships and stuff. But there's all these different tasks here, these different traits that you can pick from. And they kind of work like perks as far as I understand it, where they give you some sort of buff and debuff combo, which, and kind of depends on your play style. But it also has things in there related to like allegiance to groups, factions, or religions. And with the pro-con system, there might be some downsides to, faction for, picking something like that. But the pro is the trade-off is you get something really powerful as a result. Now, if I remember correctly, you also get the option to play without any traits, which I think is something I've seen in other games before where that use a trait system where you get to pick. It's like, I don't want to deal with the pros and cons system. Let me just take the base class as is, and I don't want any extra anything. So it's kind of there for the people who want to use it. And yeah, so here's what we know so far about the Starfield traits and the effects that have been explained on screen or in videos and in interviews so far. The alien DNA trait gives you a higher health pool and greater endurance, but the cons are that healing items are less effective. Meanwhile, the Dream Home trait, which is originally called the Starter Home, the pro is you start with a small house on a peaceful little moon. The con is that you have a 50,000 credit mortgage with Galbank. Exact payment methods and penalties unknown at this time. The empath trait has the pro of performing actions your companion likes, creates a temporary increase in combat effectiveness, but the con is that performing actions your companion dislikes creates a temporary decrease in combat effectiveness. Moving on to extrovert. It says exerting yourself using less oxygen and adventuring with human companions, but the con is that you exert yourself using more oxygen and adventuring alone. The Freestar Collective Settler trait gives you access to special Freestar Collective dialogue options, better faction rewards. The flip side of that is that crime bounties towards other factions are greatly increased. The hero worship trait, this is awesome from the video. You have a talkative Durian fan who's going to randomly appear and give you gifts, But the con is that he will appear randomly and frequently. Their introvert is a lot like the extrovert, except it's endurance. So you get greater endurance when traveling alone, less endurance when traveling with other humans. Starfield Kids stuff is you can visit your parents at their home. 10% of all money, however, is automatically sent to your parents. The Street Rat has better special dialogue options and better rewards from certain missions from Neon, but crime bounty by other factions is greatly increased. I may take the Street Rat trait. You never know. It sounds a lot of fun. Raised Enlightened trait. You get a discount in Enlightened Organization stores, but you lose access to Sanctum Universium store. What's the Raised Universal? It's the flip side to that. Serpent's Embrace trait. I think we saw this in the video as well. It says here, Pro grab jumping provides a boost to health and endurance. Con, health and endurance low it if you don't grab jump regularly. But it's a religion trait, and it allowed a guy to avoid combat with this group called the Varun, who are like zealots that attack any non-believers, or the heretics as they call them. So if you have this religious trait, you can avoid combat with them. Starfield's Spaced trait, which gives you health and endurance increased when in space. They're lowered when on the surface. And then the Wanted trait, which gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries are going to randomly appear and attack you. They showed that in the video as well, because it showed a group getting attacked by bad guys. It was pretty cool to see that kind of stuff in action. So traits are going to be something that you can add if you want a little bit of extra flavor to what you play in. Commercial time, everyone. Huge shout out to the Guild Champions, who are our highest tiered membership here on YouTube. We've got Bubbleonia, Ancient Entity, Crazy's Relative, Remedy. Thanks so much for your support here on the channel. And of course, to all of our members who help keep me full time here on YouTube. Thanks so much for your support, for being here, for checking in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, super chat any live streams or premieres you see, super thanks any video uploads you see. Don't forget YouTube Shorts in that category as well. And hopefully, we'll see you in the next live stream. Don't forget the Discord. Links are down below. Let's get back to the video. Ultimately, I think I'm going to need to see the full list of the traits once they're ready for launch version before I can truly make a decision. But as you know, based on previous playthroughs of other games that have used a trait-like system, I've actually never really used them because I don't really like going that extra, pro-con system. I'm pretty happy with just, taking some poor stats if I want to min-max. And this is sort of like, taking that to another level, which I've never. It's kind of the same reason I never play games on like hardcore, nightmare mode where there's permadeath or things of that nature, Iron Man, beast mode. I just like casual story-based fun. So for me, that's what I always look for. So I'm not sure how deep I'm going to be diving into the trait system once this game launches, but it's going to be part of the consideration I give as I continue to plan out my character and see where it goes. Right now, I'm definitely leaning more towards a smuggler type person, so I'm going to want to make sure that I've got, plenty of things that give me deception and persuasion and things of that nature. So I'm going to have to take a look at the full list once we get closer to launch and see if there's any traits in here that I think are going to help boost the things I really need out of it. I don't mind being wanted as an example if I'm going to get a perk, because I'll deal with the bounty hunters. Food for thought. Yeah. In any case, everybody, I hope you are enjoying all of the Starfield content that's coming out, just like me, because I've got, I finally got excited about this game after watching the Starfield Direct after the Game Pass showcase, and I'm fully on board now, so I can't wait for this to come out. I am going to be producing, I think I'm going to produce 2 or 3 pieces a week around Starfield leading up to, we'll probably keep that cadence as we get into launch and everything else. We'll see. It might only be a couple times a week, but I'm going to try to at least get a couple times a week to y'all. So if you like that, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Join the Discord as well, everybody. Links are down below. Hope you're having fun. See you all in the next one. Don't forget to drop a comment down there if you got thoughts on this. Cheers.